Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back. And today we're about to talk about the hippo and the hippopotamus. And we're about to talk about it because it's considered to be one of the most, if not the most dangerous animal in Africa. And I'll talk about it. I'll talk about why in a little bit. But a few facts about the hippo, if you're not familiar. The hippo is considered to be the second largest animal on the planet, second only to the elephant. Average adult male hippos weigh about 3,200 kilos. That's over 7,700 pounds. That's like three cars. But they carry their weight very, very well. They are semi-aquatic, meaning they spend time in the water and on land. But I believe that term should be changed to mostly aquatic because they probably spend 90% of their time in water. And they have to spend their time in water because their skin is so sensitive to sunlight, right? The heat, that it actually cracks, right? So it's like skin burn or skin rash extremely, right? So they have to spend a lot of time in the water. Now, one of the cool adaptations they have is that they can actually hold their breath for 5 minutes underwater. See, a lot of times people think hippos swim. Hippos don't swim. They're too big, right? What they do, because they can hold their breath, they walk underwater. And there's going to be a video at the end to show you exactly how that looks like. So they almost like bounce sometimes when you see them hop underwater, but they just walk underwater. It's pretty cool, actually. And they're able to do this. And again, sometimes there's actually been videos and reports of them sleeping underwater 5 minutes at a time. It's a really cool thing. Now, unfortunately, their population has declined badly over the last 40 to 50 years. And a huge part of it is due to habitat loss, right? Human encroachment, right? And unfortunately, now they're only almost located in the eastern part of Africa, right? And it is sad to say because you go back 100 years, 200 years, they were found all over Africa, right? Anywhere near water, you found hippos. But like the saying goes, where a man goes, everything else goes too, right? Now, another thing about them, because like I said, they spend 10% of their time on land. A huge part of it is foraging, finding food. And they do that mostly at night. And the reason they do that, obviously, is to avoid the heat. But at the same time, it's when less predators are active, which is kind of weird because some of them, like hyenas, are mostly active at night, but hippo is too big for a hyena to really tackle unless it's injured or really can't defend itself, but they don't even try. But that doesn't mean they don't have they're not preyed upon. Lions are actually really good hippo hunters. Now, they definitely don't go for huge, dominant bulls, right? They usually try to focus on injured, smaller hippos because trust me, a hippo's bite force is 1,800 per square inch. That is 3 times a male lion's bite force, which means it can do a lot of damage, and they do a lot of damage. So they're not really preyed upon even by lions, even though they can. Lions avoid them because they're just too much of a hassle and too dangerous to tackle. They're easier prey, gazelles and wild beasts, right? Antelope. There's easier things to hunt out there that won't kill you fast, but they're preyed upon. Another cool thing about hippos, they normally live 40 to 50 years. In captivity, they might live longer. In the wild, 30 to 40 years is what you could expect for average hippos to live. So they don't really have a long lifespan, but obviously in captivity, there's been reports of even some going to 60 years old.
But if you ever go hippo spotting, be careful. They're extremely dangerous. In fact, hippos kill more humans each year than great white sharks and lions combined. These guys are lethal.
Now, why do I say that I consider them, and most people consider hippos the most dangerous animal in Africa? Now, there are other incredibly dangerous animals in Africa. Lions are very, very dangerous. And actually, as a matter of fact, on average, still Still, to this day, lions kill over 250 people a year in Africa. It's crazy, right? But it's actually true. Crocodiles kill over 1,000, which is insane. Still in 2024. Hippos kill over 500. Now, there's a disparity, obviously, in the numbers, but why do most people consider, and I also consider hippos the most dangerous animals in Africa? It's because of how aggressive and how territorial they are. See, lions generally avoid people. It's when they encounter people. It's when it's bad luck oftentimes. Now there are man eaters, and we'll talk about that in a different episode, but those are rare. Lions usually kill people when they encounter people in weird places, right? They don't actively hunt people. Crocodiles will hunt you if you're in the water, but when you're in a boat, they generally avoid people unless you put yourself in the water, and then you're fair. Okay, you're just bait at that point. Hippos are extremely territorial. They will attack anything in the water. And dominant bulls will attack anything in the water because that's just how aggressive they are and how territorial they are. I mean, there are videos, and I see these sometimes, and sometimes they just say people are stupid. I've seen people kayak in rivers in Botswana. You're kayaking, and they get taken out by a hippo. I've seen people fish. There are videos of people fishing in a boat, right? Like they fish on typical lakes in the US, and their boat is taken out by a bull, right? Hippo. So they attack everything, and they run fast. They actually they run 30 miles an hour. They're faster than Usain Bolt. You can't outrun a hippo. But they will basically attack anything. And when I tell you, you are in a boat and it comes after you, and I'll show you a video at the end, and this looks incredibly impossible. But this thing that weighs as much as 3 cars is chasing a boat. Now, a boat has a motor, which means it is cruising on water. This thing is chasing and basically getting closer and closer to a moving boat. That is why they are considered one of the most dangerous animals in Africa, because they, number one, they don't fear anything. As a matter of fact, they live in the same waters with crocodiles, but they are not afraid of crocodiles. It's actually the other way around. Crocodiles cannot mess with full adult hippos. Like, there is no comparison in terms of how aggressive and what can happen if they actually fought. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't be a fight. It would end really fast. I don't care how big that crocodile is. It's not really going to do anything, and they avoid. And it's funny. There are videos where you'll see a mother with they are called cows, and with its pup just walking right on the shore, and the pup comes across a crocodile and just starts nibbling. Now, any other time, that pup would be gone in 2 seconds. But that croc is not stupid, because almost 4-ton mom is right here. That is just how dominant and how big, how aggressive these animals are. And so they kill people, hundreds of people a year. And oftentimes you're not safe in a boat. And again, you can't outrun it. Now, a lot of times it's these villages that live next to water. You know what I mean? You encounter them, and like I said, they are very, very territorial, and they will kill you. They don't eat you, but they will kill you, and it happens fast. It really does. And that to me is why they are the most dangerous animals in all of Africa. But that's just my 2 cents. Fun fact before I wrap up the video, by the way, did you know that hippos were only ever found in Africa, but there are hippos in South America? Pablo Escobar, Some of you know him as one of the most ruthless drug dealers of all time. In Colombia, in the late 70s, he decided to buy 4 hippos, and he kept them on his ranch in the river. And when he died, they were allowed to roam around freely, and now they number in the hundreds. They are an invasive species in South America. They're not native to South America, but they thrive because the waters, they thrive there. Next thing you know, they're going to be thousands, but the authorities down there are actually actively trying to basically maintain their numbers because, again, they are invasive species. If they find their way into the Amazon, yeah, stuff's going to happen. But anyway, that's just a fun fact. Tell me if you knew about it in the comments, like and subscribe. Let's talk about it. What do you know about hippos? Any fun facts about hippos that I didn't mention you would want to mention? Come on, like and subscribe. Let's talk about it. This is supposed to be a fun fact animal channel. I can't wait to see you guys on the next episode. Check out a few videos about hippo, and we'll meet up next time. See you later, guys.
The elephants are aware of the hippo's incredible strength. They will protect their babies within the middle of their group if they come across a pod of hippos. Agitated hippos are known to be among the most dangerous animals in Africa. Their canines and incisors can grow up to 1.6 feet. Underwater, the heaviest mammals are nearly weightless. They're constantly followed by a squadron of fishes as they move around. African carp. They're the cleaning crew of the hippos. Dental hygiene is an important part of their morning routine. Open mouth means, please come on in. The nearly 2-foot-long fishes trustingly swim deep inside the hippo's throat. They clean lips, teeth, tongue, and gums wherever they find food residue. Afterwards, the fishes scrape algae and skin pieces from the hippo's body. The large mammals seem to thoroughly enjoy this spa treatment. A peaceful day on the Chobe River in Botswana, Africa. Majestic beasts are drawn to the river's bounty. But in the distance, the water begins to churn. Something is speeding towards a boat full of people. What is it? Is it a crocodile? A whale?